Okay, thanks for watching. So in this video we will be integrating e raised to the cosine inverse of x dx. Before that, let's look at this integral, integration of e to the cosine x dx. Well, this is not doable. This is we don't have any elementary function to do this one, so this can't be done. Anyway, let's get back to here. Inverse trigonometric functions look quite difficult, right? But the regular trigonometric function are easy to integrate. So here we want to make a u sub, let u equal to cosine inverse of x. So cosine of u equal to just x, right? Because if you take cosine in both sides, cosine inverse and cosine will cancel out each other, only x is left. So now differentiate both sides with respect to x, so you will get negative sine of u du equal to dx, and we are going to make this substitution here. So this is equal to, let's write this negative outside of the integral because this is in constant, integral of e to the cosine inverse of x, this is equal to u, right? And dx, this is this part, sin u du. So now we just need to find the value of this part. We can do it in integration by part, so let's give it a try. First let's call this a fish, so this fish is equal to integral of e to the u sin u du, and now what we need to do is just finding the value of this fish. So here is our di setup for integration by first. We are going to differentiate sin u and we are going to integrate e to the u, and don't forget these signs, first one is plus, then minus, then plus, then it goes on like this, plus minus plus minus plus minus. So first the integral of e to du is t du, and derivative of sin of u, this is cosine of u, and then integral of e to the u is e to the u, and derivative of cosine of u is negative sine of u. So positive and negative, so this is in negative. Now this fish equal to, the first part of our answer is the product of the first diagonal, so e to the u sin u, and the second part is product of the second diagonal, so this is positive and negative, so this is negative e to the u times cosine of u, and don't forget that this row is still an integral and it's negative, so negative integral of e to the u sin of u du. Alright, now notice that this part is same as this part or the fish, so we can call it the fish, right? So now what we have is minus the fish, and now if you bring this right here, so you will get 2 times the fish equal to e to the u sin of u minus e to the u cosine of u, and divide both sides by 2. So this is the result of for the fish, this is half e to the u sin of u minus half e to the u cosine of u. Well, Now we are going to plug in this value here. So let's write it again here, real quick. Integral of e to the cosine inverse of x dx equal to the negative fish, right, because we called it a fish. So now let's plug in the value of this fish. So negative and positive makes negative, so this will be negative half e to the u times sine of u, and negative makes positive, so half e to the u cosine of u. Alright, but we are not done yet. We need to substitute u with the x now. So let's do that here real quick. This is equal to half e to the u equal to cosine inverse of x. Let's write it with blue pen. Cosine inverse of x, then cosine of, let's see it here, cosine of u means cosine of cosine inverse of u, and cosine inverse will cancel out, so only u is left. And now here half e to the, again u equal to cosine inverse of x, and let's see it here, sine of u means, okay, let's draw a triangle here, a right angle triangle to solve this one. So this is the u, and look for at our first substitution, that here cosine of u equal to x, so let's write it here, cosine of u equal to x. So x is same as x over 1, right? So now if we want to plug in the value for cosine of u, then this part will be x and this part will be 1. So this part is square root of 1 minus x square, right? Now we need to find the value of sine of u. So sine of u is equal to a square root of 1 minus x square over 1, but we don't need to write that. So let's plug in this value here, half e to the cosine inverse of x times square root of 1 minus x square. Okay, now we are done. So this is equal to half, well I did a mistake here, notice cosine of u, let's do it again, cosine of u, and u is same as cosine inverse of x, so the value will be only x, not u, right? So this is x, not u, sorry for that. So this is equal to half x times e to the cosine inverse of x minus half square root of 1 minus x square times e to the cosine inverse of x. That's it guys. So here is this is integral of e to the cosine inverse of x dx, this is equal to this. Okay, that's it guys, thanks a lot for watching and sorry for the mistake again.